Hello, everyone, and thanks again for joining me here at Bad Skadooby Gaming. Put up a like and subscribe. And I just wanted to give you some tips and possibly tricks that I've learned from other gamers. I'm not the Einstein of gaming, but I'm preparing myself for New Game Plus. And I've been hitting a couple areas and just wanting to get a couple things done before I go there. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure I got done was making sure all my phantom abilities were upgraded. So right now I'm working on Conrad the Swift. He's at level 18 right now, and I want to get him to level 20 just like everyone else here. So when I go into New Game Plus, I'll have them at my disposal. From what I've heard from other YouTube, from other gamers, is Conrad the Swift is your best guy, with the dodge stamina cost decrease and the increased damage by 10% for 15 seconds upon performing a brink dodge, and increases damage by 5% upon performing a brink dodge, and removes all stacks upon taking damage. The other thing that I have been working on, and I'll show you with my gear, is making sure that with all the gear that I possess, it all contains an increase in damage, an increase in attack damage, and always some sort of rear assault damage multiplier increase, or attack damage for rear assault. And that's what I have for this Survivor Spear. If you notice the attributes, the random attributes, and those you can change to get what you want. It costs you lacrima, but it's worth it. And then in my stun jar, I got extra proficiency, and the set item requirement is decreased to get the bonuses, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then I use lacrima to get the random attributes, again, for damage increase, stamina damage increase, and max stamina. And then for Ozma's wings, because he's the last boss, I grinded a little bit so I can purchase his wings, because it gives you chaos resistance of 500. So when you're fighting Ozma, the last boss fight, you don't even need to use one chaos item like this Chaos Cleanse Potion. You don't even need to use it when you have this top equipped, okay? And then I have the Golden Gauntlets equipped because it gives you, again, I did the random attributes to get an increase in damage, to get the damage multiplier, and to get that brutal attack damage, okay? It's all about attack. It's all about a damage increase, whether it be brutal attack, whether it be multiplier, or will it be just that damage increase alone. And then for his golden leggings, that's where I upgraded the stamina and the health and the stamina recovery, okay? And then with the boots, same thing, stamina recovery, max stamina, and then I went for the damage multiplier increase. Now, as you can see, when you have the golden attributes, the set attributes, the 4 in place, that would be the spear. The Survivor Spear goes with the golden set. And then the last 3 here, which are all part of the golden set, you can break the set apart and still get the set attributes. Notice, I still get the dodge stamina cost decrease. I get the assault stamina damage increase for the rear assault. Then I get that bonus for when I use trance. I get that bonus damage increase, which only the golden set gives you. And then another 10% damage increase for rear assault, which is huge. And then combining the Necklace of Strikes, which gives you another 20% rear assault damage increase. And I did the random attributes on that, which gave me another 5% for the damage multiplier, another 64 attack damage, and another 78 max stamina. And then I used Elamine's Ring because it gives you that number 2 in the set attributes for another 10% damage increase from the front, okay? Plus, I changed the random attributes on this ring to give me more brutal attack damage, to give me that damage increase, and to give me that max stamina. Now notice, when I go into my rings, notice at the bottom right, the attack damage stat, okay? Bottom right, attack damage. Notice how it changes when you go on the different necklaces, okay? But notice max health is increased right now, okay? But when you go further into the necklaces, there isn't one that's gonna give me a bigger damage increase than what I have equipped. So I'm going to leave it. But when I look at my rings, because I picked up a couple new rings that are epic, take a look at the Scarlet Robin ring. Look at how much my health, my stamina, and my attack damage is increased. And that's without even changing the random attributes. The only thing I might change on the random attributes would be the enemy exhausted damage increase. I would go with just a damage increase or another attack damage. Okay, like my Elamine's ring, I have the brutal attack damage, I have the damage increase, and I have the max stamina. Okay, with this one, it's the max stamina and attack damage, which is great, but I would love to get that brutal attack damage also on it. But again, when you look at your attributes to the bottom right, look at that attack damage, 72. Look at my stamina, 156. So keep those in mind. Now, I did pick up the new Elamine ring, which is more with defense, because I haven't changed the random attributes. And look at how my max stamina drops compared to the Scarlet Robin ring. Okay? And that is part of the Unending Tragedy set. But again, when you use a jar, one of the jarlings, it replaces one of the set item requirements. It's decreased. Okay? Okay, I know that's a lot, but it's worth fighting for in this game, especially as I go through New Game Plus. So the other thing that I've been working on, and I'm going to show you right now. We got to go back to the crevice. Come down through here, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this is kind of what I'm working on. Because when you go through New Game Plus, you're going to get higher quality gear. And with the higher quality gear, you're still going to need what's required from the bosses to craft sets. So what I've done already is I've crafted the Crushed Dream set already in the Epic gear. I've crafted the Drowned Witch set. That's why all these currency or materials are insufficient, because I don't have any witch's tentacles anymore. And that's what you need for this boss set. Same with the Crushed Dream set. You need the Northern Warrior's Blade to acquire the Crushed Dream set, okay? So I got that set done. I got the Chaos Ridden set done, because you need the Chaos Fragment, which is from another boss. I got the Fallen Lord set done, okay? I got the Soul Eater set done, but you need the Netherworld Mineral, okay? So you see what I'm getting at? You need those certain boss materials to upgrade those sets. So now with the Fugitive Mage, which I have all of the Hermit's Enchanted Stone to pick up. I'm not going to purchase it for the Epic set. I'm going to save the Hermit's Enchanted Stone for the next set, which I believe is Legendary. Okay? Same thing with the Unending Tragedy. I'm going to save this set for upgrading when I get the legendary materials rather than the epic. So I'm going to save all the Princess Mirror required materials. Okay? But I need one more. I need 8. Right now I only have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay? And then the other one, I don't know if I'm going to work through. I have the Master of Chaos in Epic, but I don't know if I'm going to work through it and save it for the next playthrough. I'm still debating, okay? And then if there's any other, I like to get the Spear of Faded Memories in Legendary too, because of the stamina recovery rate increase. And, again, you can change the random attributes, like I said, to go for all damage. But like I told you previously, the golden set has that trance increase, which is 20%, which is huge. This has a lot of damage increase too. Rear assault, shadow strike. It gives you max stamina of 200, but we'll see. I'm kind of playing around with all the different armors and the attributes. But I just wanted to share that with you. Again, the golden armor, you only need 3 pieces, but I wanted 4 pieces because I wanted that rear assault damage increase, and I wanted the trance damage increase, and the stamina damage, a lot of damage increase with the golden set. So, anyway, let me show you what it does. I'm just going to go to one set that I already have, but one of the rather more difficult bosses. Hopefully I do well in this. Even though you got all this stuff, you can still die. And I will show you how effective this setup is. And the reason why you're not seeing the wings is because the new update gave you that transmog, so you can put on any armor regardless of what you're truly wearing. As you can see, I have the stun jar on, but really I have the, I believe it's the deep armor set, and I can't think of the whole name right now without looking at it, but, and I've been doing a lot of Spirit of Advocacy stuff. I have 700 for the next playthrough. I think I'm more than prepared to fight a boss a zillion times. And watch the trance. Watch how effective this is. And you get that spirit increase with Ozma's wings, so... pretty effective. And then as we go into the second phase, and because of Ozma's wing, this is another fight where you need a lot of chaos. But because of Ozma's wings, look at where my chaos is. It's not even effective, which is amazing. hopefully this will help you with your boss fights, because it's helped me a lot. And as you can see, you pretty much plow through bosses. And then what I've been doing with any of the items that I pick up that aren't worth crafting anymore because you're at a higher level, I just sell them off. It's easier than grinding it out because, well, I'll show you some of the values here. If I, yeah, here you go. 11,000, 5,000 for these gloves. 13,000 for the pants, and I'm saving that to purchase anything in New Game Plus. All right, and in case you didn't know where to change your attributes, I'll show you that real quick.
You have succeeded.
You go to Oksana, and you go to change attributes, and you pick what you want. So, like, I would still like to make his wings better, you know, as far as, because all I have is defense, max stamina, max health. I would like to change that defense to some kind of damage multiplier, but I'm going to leave the defense for now. But if you wanted to change that, you just pick defense, you go down there, change attribute until you get what you want. Simple as that. So thanks again for listening. Put up a like, subscribe. Bad Skadooby Gaming. See you next time.